We all tested positive, and it was a shocker. First of all, I want to tell everybody, once you know or you get any symptoms of COVID, don't panic. COVID is real, but you will not die. What comes to the mind of many people when they get COVID or being told you are positive is the shock. Stay calm, be positive. Many people have healed from COVID. I want to go through my personal experience. When I received my text message that you are positive, going through a long chat on phone with the medical staff about isolating, how many days, taking names of people I was within the past 7 days. The phone took more than an hour, but in my mind, I was saying, I've got a virus and this person's making me stay on the phone for this long. But then you realize they're trying to save others by doing so, by taking all the trace so they can trace all the people you've been in contact with. Why do I say COVID is a curse and a gift? COVID is both, from my personal experience. A gift in that if you've had it, it will never leave you the same. Even if you've not had it and you've lost your loved one, still it will never leave you the same. Not in a bad way, in that it will change the way you see things. I don't think anybody out there, most people especially, if you've been infected with the virus and you reach the hospital, put on those oxygen life-saving machines and you come back, definitely you will feel born again. In that way, it's a gift, and you see things differently, far away from the way you saw them before. It's a curse that it has put on a stand many businesses, many lives have been lost worldwide. Some people will never be the same again. In fact, when you get COVID, even if it's gone or you don't have the symptoms, you still have something which doesn't leave your body the same. You start feeling pain sometimes on and off, sore throats on and off, flus on and off. And every time you get these things, although these are normal symptoms we've had before COVID, the first thing which comes to your mind, you might think, is it back? Is it back? So I've had friends who have got COVID and they were coughing, and even if they've healed and posted negative, the coughing can go on actually for 3 months when someone is still coughing and recovering. So don't be afraid when you feel energetic, no symptoms, tested again and you are negative and you say, oh my God, how come I'm still coughing? Everyone have got an experience. Some people get coughs, others don't. We all know the symptoms of COVID-19, which I won't go through because we all know them. And the new variants have actually changed in a way that sometimes these days now you even get red eyes. So a lot is really going on with COVID-19, whereby symptoms keep changing on and on. On the screen here, although it might not be clear, it was showing the day when, that was 22nd. It shows there your results have come back positive. So obviously, when I was told I was positive, all I had in mind, now what do I do? All what the doctors say is to get painkillers and just drink a lot of water. But most people, I did get these symptoms. Let me tell you the symptoms I got. I got a sore throat. I got temperature. My joints were aching. Loss of sense of smell. My partner, the main problem was coughing, red eyes, and weakness and breathing problem. And for some reason, you have to agree with me or not, COVID-19 does not go well with men. It takes them deeper and they take long to recover than women. I think that's something which is worth an investigation into. And I'm definitely sure from the few friends I have, most people who have suffered or died more from COVID, I think men are more than women. This might be because men, they take long to realize that I'm really sick. They want to be strong. Sometimes if you tell them to try something, they don't want to try it. But we women are always accepting. You can try anything. I tried everything. Everyone told me, try this, try this. So, what did I do? What helped me to get better? Actually, within the given 10 days of recovery isolation, I was already better within 5 days. I was taking painkillers with some antibiotics for chest infection and vitamin C and zinc. I was doing a lot of cleaning in the house, letting a lot of air flow in the house, in all bedrooms, opening windows during the day for air to flow, to take out all the contaminated air within the rooms. So cleanliness is a key factor for your quick recovery. Bedding, you need to change your bedding. I used to change my pillow every 2 days and the all bedding every 3 days. Areas where most of the family or anybody touches most, you need to be cleaning them, especially tables, doors, switches, in the kitchen cupboards. And still, although you are with your family, you still need to isolate. This is a problem, especially in many of our families in Africa. Isolation. And sometimes I don't blame them. You can imagine like 3-4 people living in a house of 1 room or 2 rooms. How will they isolate? So we pray that our governments put some isolation centers. This will stop maybe the spread of COVID in some of African countries. So I did all that. Obviously, plus other remedies of drinking hot ginger, inhaling any of the inhalation for colds and flu. I used a few things during that, and there was my medical cupboard or drawer or table. You could see there vitamin C. Here, immune boost, painkillers, aspirin, this olibas oil, Remisip, lemon Remisip. That is mostly the medication I used. With these, the antibiotics I used, which helped, although I've heard that this one, if you have always add high blood pressure, it can increase your blood pressure. So you have to take it with caution. But mostly, those are the antibiotics I used, and they worked for me. Now, and obviously other home remedies all of us are aware of, many of our friends have told to use: onion, ginger, garlic, lemon. Some people they say, but to me those didn't work out for me. I think the medication did better. The steaming up using the olibas oil, that one, you just put it in a cup, hot water, half a cup, put in a few drops of the oil and inhale yourself. That helps a lot to unblock, especially in the morning when you've just woken up, and in the evening before you go to bed. Then, as you are getting better still, you need to keep on with the SOP, standard operating procedures. You need to keep distance when you are out. Always put on your mask and social distance. What has happened is most people, as soon as the symptoms go away, they go back to their old behaviors. And that might be causing problem. Who can get COVID-19? Everyone can get COVID-19. Who is at more risk? Anyone with underlying conditions, like I said, high blood pressure, diabetes, and kidney failure, all those underlying conditions. The elderly. But most of these people who are vulnerable to COVID-19 is mostly because of low immune system. Their immune system is low. So boosting your immune system when you have COVID and before COVID and after COVID can really help a lot. Can help a lot. Other remedies, which are not really remedies, other things I did is exercise. Especially breathing exercise. You can take a deep breath and then hold and then breathe out. Time out how long you hold. The more you hold in, the more your lungs are still functioning well. The less you hold in, the less actually you lose your breath when you are talking. That means let's also try to treat COVID-19 before it gets down to our lungs. That will help a lot, a lot, a lot. When it comes to cleaning, there are few things we always forget. Actually, what I've noticed, most of us in our homes, we have I would say a container holding toothbrushes for all family. When one has got COVID, actually you need to isolate your toothbrush. You can imagine some of us, when after brushing these, they are not washed properly or the water doesn't all go. So if the touches from your mouth, it's just come from your mouth and you just put it back and it touches other people's toothbrushes because you are all using the same container, that can spread. Another thing, some of us, when we put on masks, especially in Africa, I've seen our families and friends, you go to people who don't have masks, you think you are protected. In fact, when you have a mask on, you are protecting those around you, but you yourself, you are not protected because you are protecting them from your breath, what you are breathing out, but you are taking in what they are breathing out because they don't have the masks. So please, if you see someone without a mask and you have it, give a good social distance, about 3 to 2 meters. because you are not protected. Even those with the mask on, because it depends. Some of us put on masks made by ourselves. The layers are not doubled and they're not that strong. Therefore, we shouldn't take it for granted and be close to people, very close. Even if they have masks, at least a meter. Another thing which most of us take for granted, like I said before, is letting the airflow in the house. Especially many people, they do not open their bedroom windows. And remember, that's when you breathe in, mostly when you are sleeping for long hours. So you can imagine someone else you are sleeping with in that room with contaminated air in the one room. Open your windows, let the air flow in. I've had a few people saying when you got COVID, sometimes the way you sleep or you lie on your bed matters as well. I don't know how effective is that, but some people say it works so that you don't sleep on your back. That can help a lot if you don't sleep on your back, either on the sides or on your stomach. I don't know how effective it is. Another thing from my experience, especially those with sore throat symptom, you could gargle a bit of warm water with a bit of salt in the morning and in the evening. It helps for the soreness. In fact, everything you would do when you've got a normal sore throat, fever, or flu, if you keep doing it and boosting your immune system, it can help a lot get rid of COVID. There's certain other things which, some people say, how do we get COVID when I've been putting on a mask, I've been putting on gloves, in fact, wearing gloves, people who wear gloves when they are working, they are protecting themselves, but they are the most people who spread COVID than anything. Because with a glove, you will touch everywhere. So you touch a contaminated place or area, because you have gloves, you are protected, you don't mind touching anywhere. But again, you are still the same gloves you have, you are touching other things, even your phone. So when you take off those gloves, you forgot that you touched your phone. You end up touching your phone. And then you are getting the virus on your hands. Before you know, you eat something and you say, oh, I was protected, I had gloves. So gloves, to me, I would say it's better to stay bare hands so that you know you'll be washing your hands as many times as you want, than knowing you have a gloves on once until then, but you are just spreading the virus to many people and to yourself. So phones, poor undressing of gloves when we put them on or when we take them off, you can easily catch the virus, because some people just take them off anyhow. And washing hands without drying them also can leave the virus on your hands. Kitchen areas, we need to be careful. Door handles, cupboards. I've already talked about, again, for people in Africa, you should be, I don't know, some people take this as a taboo. This disease is not a taboo. You can share it with others that are positive and you can get help. And also you can keep them safe and tell whoever you've been in with your contact so that they can start looking out for the symptoms or even taking immune boosting remedies, so that if they had got the virus from you, then it won't treat them so bad or get even symptoms or worsening to going to the hospitals. So please, once you know you are positive, be generous to tell everybody you've been with in the last 4 days to watch out or to take care of themselves. But some of us keep quiet, and even when we know we even go out and keep spreading it, which is not very good. So we have to be careful not to let others get infected. I don't want to make this video so long. Other things which many of us don't talk about, the impact of COVID on family, especially married people. I tell you, COVID, that's why I call it a curse sometimes, because some marriages are broken up because of COVID. Whoever brings in the COVID or first gets the symptoms will be treated like the enemy. Everything goes on the house. All those others in the house who caught it, who might have caught a virus, will say, you brought it, you are making me die. You can imagine a family member of yours dying of COVID because you were there saying before they died that you are the one who convicted them or infected them. That can dramatically affect you mentally, thinking someone died knowing that I've killed them. So I've got a few friends who their marriages have even broken up because of COVID. Always fighting, quarreling in the house. So please watch out. Don't to blame each other. No one wanted this virus. No one said this virus to come. Just be positive. And of course, don't forget to pray. Don't be scared. Stay calm. COVID is real. It's both a gift and a curse. It's in many ways, it's a gift, as it won't leave you the same. Those who have money and they are not sharing, I can't believe you get out of hospital and you come back and you won't see us helping many poor people as you can. I'm not saying all rich people should get COVID, but COVID cannot leave you the same. It makes you see the world as nothing, as nothing. Imagine how many people who have died with millions and millions. And the worst thing is, even if you have money, this is a disease for the rich and the poor, the educated, the uneducated, the presidents, and those who have never even thought of being presidents. Therefore, this world, we all need each other. I'm finishing this personal experience of COVID by saying, stay calm, focused, believe you're gonna be fine. And those of you who haven't yet got or gone through this experience, just boost your immune system. Vitamins, minerals, especially vitamin C and zinc. Keep all the standard operating procedures, social distance, wash your hands, isolate or keep distance, keep mask on, keep cleaning your hands, and just stay calm. We'll fight this together. I just want to say a little bit on vaccination. I was told after recovering from COVID, you take about 28 days before you get vaccinated. I recently got my first vaccine injection. I got the Pfizer one. The reason being, it depends on the age, the way I see it, based on the questions I was asked. And Pfizer is more given to those people who are over 45 because they are more vulnerable, which means it's much stronger or it gives you more protection than the others. Although most people, they give them the AstraZeneca because of storage conditions and movable conditions. It's easier to move around. But if you are above 45, I would suggest you get the Pfizer. What was the experience after vaccination? I've had some videos, people say it's magnetic, you put a key, it stays there. It didn't work for me. Maybe, as we say, people are different and people react differently on various medication. Maybe for some people, their body almost, it reacts that way when they get vaccinated, but not the majority of them. So to be on the safe side, when you get a chance, please, let's all get vaccinated. Not meaning that when you get vaccinated, you don't contract COVID again. You can and you may, but you might not go through or have a bad experience like you had before. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to our channel, 3N Stories. You can email us at 3N Stories. You can email us 3nstories@gmail.com. Share your story with us. You can make a video and we'll share your story, as long as it's inspiring, educating, and motivating somebody out there. Take care. Bye for now. YouTube channel is 3N Stories. Please subscribe and for more stories.